Today. Beautiful skies. Hello, my name is Cindy, and I'm a teacher. I'm a mom. I have 13 kids. I'm a mom of 13, and I am on my way to work. So I have 13 kids. As you can see, my car is empty. I now drive a small car. Yeah, I used to drive a very large car. I have a video that I made on my channel, all the different cars that we had as my kids were growing up. And you don't think about it when you're, young and you're adding to your family. You don't realize how much having a type of car is important, we had our first child. Let's see, we had got a I think it was a small four door, but it was hard to get into. I remember having the car seat, and it was really kind of hard to put that car seat in the back. And you realize, man, the little child is small, but get this car seat you got to try to fit in this. So you need a better car, a bigger car. And I can remember we had 5 kids, and we had a sedan. So we needed to get a larger vehicle, and we ended up finding a used station wagon for sale on the side of the road for like $750. So bam, we got it, and it had the extra seats in the way back. It's perfect when the kids were little. Then we had 6 kids with that car, and then we had 7. We got another station wagon, and then eventually we ended up with wow, I can see the moon. It's so beautiful. You've got the clouds are white, the sky is blue, and then you've got a white moon. Unbelievable. So anyway, finishing my story, we did get a 15 passenger van when I was pregnant with my 8th. And so I drove a 15 passenger for quite a while. But now I have a small car, and I drive by myself sometimes. Very strange. But the sky is gorgeous, and I'm not sure my phone would pick up on it if I turn it around and show the scenery. I guess I could probably turn it around and see what happens. So there it is, the sky. I'm not sure you can see the moon or not. I can't really see clearly, but it is gorgeous. Last night I made a video about Psalm 19, and Psalm 19 is a great passage. At the beginning, it talks about the sky and the great handiwork that God has made. And that's why I started making these morning videos, because I just was looking up at the beautiful scenery and thinking, I'm so blessed to be able to drive to work in this beautiful scenery. Now, right now, it's mostly brown on the trees. Whoops. We mostly see brown on the trees, and, it's the ending of winter, beginning of spring, and it's not the most beautiful time. It's very cold today. I would say, I don't know the exact temperature, but probably at least 32. And I wore just this coat because I have a coat to wear over it just in case. But yesterday in the afternoon, it got really nice, and having just a coat like this was working. So I'm hoping it's going to warm up today. It warmed up really well yesterday afternoon, but it's gotten cold at night. So thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Cindy, and this is my morning car chat. I'm on my way to work. I live in New Hampshire, and I'm a teacher. Please give me a thumbs up and give me a few minutes. So if you'll watch for a few minutes, help me with my watch time on YouTube. And I know that during this time, a lot of times I get gamers. I don't know, they must kind of scroll through the feed and just see this person chatting and stop for a second. So thank you so much for stopping by. I'm a teacher and I'm headed to work and I live in New Hampshire. Thank you for the compliments. I've got some beautiful scenery going on here and I just love it. The morning drive is expensive and it's about a 40-minute drive, but it's really a nice ride. And honestly, I hate getting up in the morning. I do not like having to go to work. But this is what I'm doing for now. I have taught online other times, and I do have a tutoring business, and that's always a possibility for when I have time. Right now, I don't have time, but so anyway, yeah, I'm headed to school. I teach math, and there's a lot of things happening in our country right now. Thank you for the thumbs up. I like to chat a little bit about things that are going on as far as, current events. I like to try to stay positive. I don't like to come on here and just like complain and whine about things. I guess I might whine about some things, but right now I'm kind of happy that the gas prices are going down, like 256. Oh, they're passing me like crazy. I'm trying to get over to the. Oh, you're gonna let me back. So in New Hampshire, you can only pass on the left here. So if you want to get in the slower lane, you got to get in the right. And I got stuck. So here I am. I'm okay now. I'm going to stay in this lane so that people can pass me on the left. I am going plenty fast. This is speed limit is 65. And so that truck is going a lot faster than 65. And there's a police car right there, but he's not getting stopped. So anyway, I like to talk about current events. And right now I'm really happy that the price of gas has gone down, and I'm hoping it goes down even more. We filled up yesterday, I think it was like 259 or something like that. So that was really cool. So I'll take that. So I'm hoping the economy improves a little bit. Eggs are ridiculously priced right now. I would love to see the price of eggs go down. Eggs is something that we do eat quite a bit. And beef is terrible price. Yeah. So I brought up 13 children, and how did we do it? Looking back, I have to stop and think about it because it seems like it went by so fast. I now have children with their own children, and that is really cool to watch. Some of them live far away, so that's not very fun, but it's fun to watch them with their own children and get so excited about their own children and how much they love them. And, you just can't, nobody knows how awesome it is to have your own child until you have one yourself. And nobody knows how frustrating it can be until you have your own. You can love them so much, and then they're so frustrating, you need to get away from them sometimes. And it's a hard balance sometimes as a parent. And you don't know what it's like until you experience it for yourself. But back to food prices, I brought up a large family and we did it on a budget. And we made our own food, like from flour, water, eggs. My kids knew how to cook. They knew how to make bread, biscuits. What else? We did not make our own pasta. We would buy pasta. It wasn't really that expensive a few years ago. We made soups. I taught them all how to cook. And at one point, all my teenagers would rotate to cook, and I would say, for your night to cook, you can make whatever you want. Just tell me what you want to make, and I'll buy the ingredients. But it has to be, like within reason, not like filet mignon every night. But we did that for a while. One of my kids did pizza every Wednesday. One of my other kids did chicken enchiladas every Tuesday. And the girls usually got a little bit creative on their recipes. So there was a little while there where I had helpers for the dinners. So that was good. And we usually did it on a budget. So my kids are good at, budgeting, saving money, knowing how to look for a deal. And it's really fun to watch, but it's also hard because the economy is so difficult right now. That's hard. I wish that things were better for the economy, because it's a lot for young people to deal with right now. So economy, prices, even getting a haircut right now is really expensive. And one of my boys, he's in his 30s, he was online making a video on cutting his own hair. And I'm like, yep, that's my boy. So he actually not get his brother to do it for him, but he cut it himself and was pretty proud of it. Well, hey, you save what, $40 now? And he kind of did a little bit of a buzz cut, but you probably could get used to doing other styles once you practice enough, right? So I was really proud of him on that one. And I really love to see how they adapt to difficulty, because they are good at it. And they're all pretty positive thinkers, and I'm very proud of them. So what do you think about what's going on in let's talk about the space people. The people that are caught up in space. I'm just like, so is that even a real story? Like, good people I know believe it is a real story, but it seemed really far-fetched. Do you believe that there are really people stuck up in space for months and Trump went to get them? Well, sent another ship to get them. I don't know. It sounds so bizarre. Like, how can you accidentally get stuck in space and still survive? And what did they bring for groceries or food? I was talking to my students about it, and one of my students said they could grow food. Maybe they have little seeds that they can grow, like, there are those sprouts that you can grow. They grow pretty fast. Did they bring like a year's supply of seeds, and they can grow sprouts and eat sprouts while they're in space? Maybe you don't have to eat when you're in space. I don't know. It just seems like a really weird story to me. Post below if you have any opinions about I don't want to laugh about it if it's true, but I saw a video of the man and the woman that were stuck up in space. I don't even remember their names. And they were happy. Like, they're like, this is great. I love this. We are in our, like, we're in our glory. Like, they're scientists and they're having a great time, but just seems very strange. I would feel very claustrophobic, very isolated. I'm sure I couldn't do it. I'm glad I'm not an astronaut. But I don't know. It just seems like the story is weird. I'm glad they're safe. I'm glad they're alive. Nothing happened to the ship, and I hope they get down here safely. But I just think it's a weird story. And another thing I heard in the news was that Trump was going to defund some of the funds to the libraries. I was told in New Hampshire that will affect our interlibrary loan program. First time I heard about it was last night. And I was like, That is really strange, but maybe they consider it an access type amount of money. I'm not sure the rationale. Said something in the letter about bureaucracy and maybe trying to make libraries locally funded now instead of accepting federal money. I don't know. We'll see how this plays out, but I haven't really been using my library as much. When my boys were younger, my kids 11, 12, and 13, I would go to the library and some of the books that they had just seemed very negative and just not conducive to raising kids in a positive outlook on life. So I kind of quit going, and too bad they're not really the best readers either. Some people say that maybe younger generation doesn't read as much because they're more into electronics and gaming and using their phone, which could be true. But I just wasn't interested in a lot of the stuff at the library. And now, fast forward, they have like taken even some of the good books that I used to like and just gotten rid of them and bringing in new stuff that doesn't seem to be being read by the children. So we have a small library, and it's a Carnegie library. I have a video on my channel about what is a Carnegie library at one point in time. Carnegie gave a lot of money to schools, and I believe he gave money to education facilities as well, like schools and stuff, colleges. And libraries were a source of information. You know, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have even traveling wasn't like it is right now, where you could travel to a different library. Or you could, things were so different back then that libraries were a great resource for everyone to go and to read. And now it seems like libraries are being used as a funnel for propaganda. That's how I see it. And I would like libraries to get back to just, information stations and not indoctrination camps. We'll see if that might happen. Now, my daughter lives in Massachusetts, and that is the next state over. And they're very liberal, as you'd say, with the liberal agendas, but their libraries are amazing. And if you get one library card for one library, they are all connected to all the libraries. And you can go to any of the libraries within a certain group of libraries, which is really cool. And she has found so many resources for homeschooling, and they're able to get science kits and bring them home and play with them. There's Lego clubs there. There's some book unit that you hold on to that's has stories in it, games. So you're not connected to the internet, but you can still play these games and stuff. But you don't have to worry about your kid switching to something that you wouldn't approve of. And so that's a really cool thing. They have a lot of great resources. And the building in her town for her library is so huge that they keep the old books and the new books. Our library's a small space. So in order to get the modern agenda type books, you have to get rid of a lot of stuff to make room for the new stuff. So that is also a discussion, because our libraries are run by trustees. So the trustees need to talk about what we get rid of and what we keep. And nowadays, the libraries are saying, if you don't want a certain book because of its content, you're a book banner. But if you want to just read books, like you want to just get rid of books that nobody's reading, that's called reading books. So you can't just read a book you don't like. So I guess you have to be honest. You can't just say, hey, nobody's reading this book. Let's just read it. It's the weirdest thing. And they get all of this training at the library school. The library school teaches people what your library needs, and it doesn't matter what the community thinks about it. It's like, I went to library school, I know what this library needs. It's pretty ridiculous. So if you watch the video this far, you've gotten some good stuff. So the sky looks beautiful, and it's going to be a nice day. It's still a little cold for my liking, but it is March, mid-March. We're at March 18th, and I have a son who has a birthday at the end of the month, and his name is Peter, and I have been working now, so I have a little bit of money. So one of the things I like to do as a kind of as a luxury, I like to go on to Amazon and order birthday gifts. So what I'll do is I'll order a birthday gift, and I try to keep it down. You know, my dad years ago, he always did $25. I try to be like $25 to $50 about. And I pick something that I think that they would like, and I just have it sent. Because by the time you buy something, say you buy something for $50, it's going to cost you $40 to send it. So I'm just going to buy the gift, send it Amazon Prime, and I have a lot of kids that live in a lot of places, and so I need to, I need to be more organized too with that thing, because I also have sons-in-law, I also have grandchildren, so I'm gonna have to like make a plan, because that's I'll have to count up everybody now. I have 13 kids. I have 4 spouses, 5 spouses, and I have 9 grandchildren. So that's 26 people times $50. That's, I think I need another job. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with this. I mean, maybe I'll have to send one gift per couple. Like, this is for my son Paul's birthday. This is for the 2 of you to cover both birthdays. I think I know what I'm gonna get him. And so usually it's an Amazon gift. And Paul is April. And so one day I was sending a gift, and instead of writing mom, I put Mon, M-O-N. So the kids started calling me Mon. And I thought, that works. Amazon plus mom equals Mon. So I send the gift through Amazon usually, unless I'm in person. And that's been a fun thing for me, because a lot of times I'm not with them during their birthday, which is not fair, because they were with me in the first birthday. They should be giving me a gift, right? So anyway, it's been fun, and that's what I did yesterday. I ordered a few gifts. I have a daughter who's having a child, and so she's having a baby shower in South Carolina this weekend, and unfortunately I'm not going, but I want to visit her after the baby's born, so hopefully I'll be able to see her in June sometime. So we got to make plans for that. And I sent her a little gift because she's having a baby shower, and I sent a birthday gift and another thing for my friend. So, Murder Drones. You're back. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for coming to my channel, and thank you all for the thumbs up and the support for my channel. I really need more watch time. Maybe I should do a video game. I know everybody loves watching people play video games. I don't really understand that. I mean, I can understand people liking to play video games, but I don't really get why they like to watch other people play video games. So anyway, I like to watch the sky. I'm heading to school right now, and I teach math. I teach geometry, algebra 1, and I also teach 7th and 8th grade math. I do have some videos on my channel for math topics, but it doesn't seem to be majorly popular for people to watch. But everybody tells me that, oh, I'm gonna let this cars go. Everybody tells me that math tutoring is so important. Everybody needs a math tutor, but most kids they do good to go to math class. They don't want to do extra math. So we'll see how that goes. I know that a lot of people need math tutoring, but I need to find those people. That's kind of what I want to do for future plans. Yeah, I can talk to my kids about space. I can talk to them about anything, really. Usually we talk about math and how to do better in your math classes, which is just, anybody who goes to class, you pay attention, write some things down, go home, study a little bit, practice a little extra, you'll do fine in my classes. Like, they're not high level. And that's what I try to do, is get to the basics, so kids have the basics. And if there are some kids, students that want to do better, reach higher levels in math, then I'm in a private school where we have ways that we can help kids, work at their own pace, maybe work a little more on a topic. So we keep that in mind too, trying to do, the average, but also making a way for those students that really want to excel and work a little harder. Actually, I saw an ad that in Harvard University, which is supposed to be quite an excellent college near Boston, is offering free college tuition for under a certain income level. So that's kind of interesting. I think that maybe colleges are going to do things to help students to get more education. I don't know. I think the education system is changing, and I tell my students it's really up to them to work hard and to learn. Don't just come to school and rely on a system, whether it's our system or the public school system. Don't rely on someone else to make you an amazing person. It's up to you to make yourself an amazing person. I am a Christian, so with the Lord's help, He can help you. But you can't just sit back and like you're on a conveyor belt and someone else is going to take you where you want to go. You've got to make a plan, and you've got to make it happen. So I have kids that are working on that, and it's a blessing to see them work so hard and put their effort into their own future. So anyway, I'm getting close to school, and thank you so much for coming to my video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And I hope to see you again soon, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.